One, two, one, two, one, two.
Black woman is exhausting. Nobody can prepare you for it. They can't. And I'm the type of tire that sleep can't fix. I'm sick of the microaggressions, the can I touch your hair? I wish I had your confidence, your lips, your butt. I'm sick of the people walking in my store negotiating my prices. But because my skin is dark, you feel like you could pay less when the price is the price. I'm sick of people like, oh, do you need all this space? Yes, all 6,000 square feet, Nancy. How can I help you? Or what type of store is this exactly? As if you've never been in a department store before. I'm sick of being brought out when you want a black success story, and I'm the only black, gay, plus size veteran businesswoman on the panel.
I'm the only black plus size gay army veteran. Damn.
I'm reading my Bible, so I'm in the headspace of where, like, I'm not going to be quick to judge, you know? But I'm still alarmed and I'm still paying attention to my surroundings, right? So I'm steady just minding my business, playing my gospel music. So I look up, the first time I look up, he pulls out his phone. Okay. Y'all, so I go back to minding my business. I look up and I look in his lap. He unzipped his pants and pulled his whole private
I want to talk to you.
I immediately started packing up my stuff. I'm disgusted. I'm beyond disgusted. There's kids out here running around playing, and you're sitting in front of me with your whole private part outside your pants. You see me look at you, so you try to cover it up. My face tell it all though, because for one, don't ever in your life play with me. Don't ever in your life play with me. But most importantly, there's kids out here. You are at a kid.
As while men, I know a lot of men that have skincare routines and keep themselves together. If you have a monthly menstrual cycle, you're spending minimum $50 just on the upkeep of that. Then face wash, exfoliator, toner, moisturizer, minimum. That's those four things will cost you $50 at the store. All I did was wash my face. I didn't do nothing else. Now we're talking about taking a shower. I need a specific type of body wash and a body exfoliator. And then I need a body butter for when I get out to keep the skin smooth like babies. I mean, and those three things alone, another $50. Getting my hair done. Now, see, that's expensive no matter what kind of woman you are. But speaking specifically as a black woman, why we need 15 products just to keep our natural hair where it's supposed?
Ma'am, you ain't wearing no natural hair. Cut it out.
If you are a mother, a single mother, a woman living by herself, I cannot stress the importance of safety. And I want to segue into this with talking about something that just happened to me. Story time on how my apartment's maintenance man tried to kiss me. This really just happened, and honestly, like, I'm still processing, and I'm shocked. Like, what? I put in a maintenance request for my garbage disposal, my dishwasher, my bathtub drain, and just a couple other things. So maintenance finally comes now. There's two maintenance men on our property. One is an older black guy, and another one is like a younger Hispanic. I didn't know he was Hispanic at the time. They come, they're looking at the stuff, whatever. They try to leave after fixing the garbage disposal. And I'm like, hey, can you fix the door? So the older black guy's kind of like, we'll come another day. The younger guy's like, we can fix it now. The older black guy leaves to his car to get some tools, and I'm talking to the younger guy, and I'm like, yeah, we're just small talk. He's like, I remember you. I met you before with the old property manager. I'm like, yeah. Have you been liking it here, like working here? Very work-related, casual small talk. The older black guy comes back. They finish what they needed to do. I'm like, oh, thanks so much. Y'all have a great weekend. They leave. Maybe like 15, 20-ish minutes later, I'm on the phone with my grandma, and I hear a knock at the door, and I'm thinking, oh, that's weird. I look through the peephole. It's the younger maintenance man. I'm like, okay. I open the door, and I'm like, hey. And he's like, oh, I just need to check something under the garbage disposal. I'm like, okay. And when we were speaking earlier, I ended up telling him I spoke Spanish. We spoke in Spanish, whatever. he said something in Spanish and I couldn't really hear him because he was mumbling. And I'm like, oh, like, dejaste algo? Like, is everything okay? He's like, no, I just need to check something. I'm like, okay. So then he's like, so do you live here alone? Which totally threw me off. And like, nervously, I just lied and was like, no, like, I live here with my boyfriend, right? And he's like, oh, okay, that's a shame. Or something like that, he says. And if you're a woman and if you've ever been in this situation, I feel like men don't.
Damn, you right, Morgan Freeman. I'm out of control, man. You right. You right, brother. And the main thing is these bitches ain't shit. Let's go.
That stage of your life when you're actually deeply trying to better yourself. And I'm not talking about the way that, like, you know, is aesthetically pleasing.
Matter of fact, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Now, y'all know I ain't with all this rainbow shit, but I don't know, man. With hip hop nowadays, you just never know. So why would the Star Report call this Rainbow Dude? This shit is wild.
Please go with the bullshit, Storm. I appreciate you so much, man.
I appreciate you too.
So folks online saying I died. They didn't say I died in the shootout.
No, brother, they said, bro, they said you died of pneumonia. I'm seeing people say RIP, and I'm just like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Well, let's say salute to the troll babies first and foremost. That's my team. So if anybody started the bullshit, it's my own team. Yeah, but I do have pneumonia. But you know, see, I'm the type of person, I run my punk ass to the ER when I cough or anything. So I've been here for close to a week. You know, I was in really, really bad shape, but doing much better now.
So the man got pneumonia, and he's calling this Rainbow Dude. Now, this Rainbow Dude, I've played his video before, but it was when he was arguing with Tasha K. So, like I said, when it comes to this internet shit, I guess it's about your network. So he has pneumonia, and those people said that he died from, you know, being a homosexual, right? And so he calls the Rainbow Dude to clarify. There's some wild shit. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, can you get visitors or you can't?
Fuck no, I don't want to see nobody ever again, man. I got the right doctors.
Ain't nobody coming to see this man. The man, you know, a lot of brothers don't deal with women like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, maybe he rainbow, maybe he ain't. Because Umar's the same way. If Umar goes to the hospital, he ain't got no woman. And a lot of brothers, I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying it is what it is. But he's saying I don't want nobody to come see me because he knows the people that's coming to see him are just like him. Trolls, and will say he look like he got the monster.
Fuck no, I don't want to see nobody.
Okay, can you get visitors or you can't?
Fuck no, I don't want to see nobody ever again, man. I got the right doctors. My nieces, pardon me, who run the family estate and the trust. They're not allowing any visitors or anybody like that. You know, no gifts and all like that. But I'm doing better, man. And folks, this is a Storm Monroe exclusive.
Exclusive, the one and only. And you know, people try to say you don't know.
Really? I don't know Star's business. I was in the car one day and they put this shit on my timeline. I'm like, why is this nigga even talking to a Rainbow Dude? So let's get this straight. Hold on. Let's go to the chat. Hold on. So let's get this straight. However, I believe the guy's point and shoot, he's beefing with. The guy named Point and Shoot is not playing around. He has the complexion for the protection and is suing Star. It's not looking good. And the man is sick with the pneumonia. And if he let people see him, they'll say he got HIV. And he's talking to rainbow niggas, which goes to me say, yo, the nigga is outright gay. But whatever. I mean, I don't watch Star like that, but he's one of these weirdos. I know he pack his gun and all that other shit. That shit is weird, man. I don't know, man. You know, for me, Morgan, I operate like I judge niggas from a character standpoint, not a business standpoint. From a character standpoint on how they deal with bitches. You know? Like, I'm sick of black men living out here with nobody giving a damn about them. Like, bro, you in the hospital and nobody's there to fucking cater to you. I don't want that for my niggas, B. Fuck that.
Star, for real. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, what? Who do I fucking watch or call when I need an exclusive? Storm Monroe.
That part.
I've called you.
This man's still thinking about exclusives. It is what it is. I'm on it. You dealing with a rainbow nigga for your exclusive. Ain't no heterosexual man you could call.
A few times just to get down to some of the real bullshit circulating on the internet.
That's a fact, because as we know, it's always
Yeah.
some bullshit on the internet.
Oh, and the bullshit is beautiful. Yeah, Star checks in with Storm from the grave. Flip this any way you want to go with it.
Godly. But the doctors and nurses treating you good, I take it, right?
Well, listen, man. I mean, I've had a hell of a run, Storm. I was born in '64, so if shit catches up to me from the '80s, man, that's just what it is, I lived a life of 20 men, that made my made my estates and everything. Everything's in order, so I'm not, worried about going. You follow me?
I follow you. But we still want to speak positive, though.
Okay. Well, Lucifer has made me a wonderful offer in the meantime, just in case things don't go the way most people would want them to.
Jesus. Yo,
I mean, I know niggas is laughing, but it ain't really that funny. I mean, you just fall sick out of nowhere, brother.
Hey, but how you doing, man? Since last time we spoke, did you make that move? Don't say where to. Did you make the move?
Yeah, actually, I sure did, because it's been
I hope the brother gets better, man.
minute. Wait a minute, I don't know what I told you last time, but
Well, you were leaving Georgia.
yeah.
That's not a lot of people who went there hoping to find the old Georgia. And even though all things change, it's now just the capital of finesse. Sadly, young people with no parameters, and it's just not a fun place. It's not fun to be anymore, So
Of course.
I did what I could all the years that I was there, and I'm sure you couldn't work as well, but
It's not like it was pre-pandemic,
I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't know where niggas is from, but I ain't from no fucking ATL. And when I hear ATL, is about transgender, rainbow, and all this wild shit. So if Star's talking to a rainbow nigga who has nice memories of ATL, which is known as a rainbow hub, how it was better before, the pandemic or whatever. I mean, man, what are we talking about here? But we're not supposed to, break this stuff down. This nigga Star, it's a lot of you weirdo black niggas, man, that operate in this weird mode where you're friends with rainbows or you are down low rainbow. It is, but you gangster. It is what it is, man.
Right. It was slipping then. Pre-pandemic, it was slipping.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, man. So hey, I appreciate you checking in. This is a Storm Monroe exclusive.
You heard it here first. Star Report,
Yeah.
straight from hell.
I'll see you. Well, I'm not in hell yet. But I may take Lucifer's offer. I don't know. But at this point in time, I'm sitting here eating some wonderful dinner. The pneumonia's clearing up.
Good.
So that's it, man. But good to hear your voice, man. I appreciate you and continued success. You are one of the front runners out there.
I appreciate that.
Front runners.
I appreciate that. You paved the way, brother. And
Yeah.
I'm still gonna check on you in a few days.
I appreciate that. And salute.
Got this rainbow nigga checking in on him. What happened to the black man? What I didn't know. Well, I know niggas got networks, but we talking about rainbow niggas checking in on you. Ain't no rainbow nigga ever check. I'm lying. If I had the pneumonia and I was dying, I got a cousin. His name is Antoine. He lives in ATL. He's about the only gay nigga that I'm aware of that I would allow to check on me. Is my cousin. It's my younger cousin. He moved to ATL. He took his rainbow affairs away from New York, where don't put us through that bullshit. He took his shit elsewhere. He's still my cousin. fuck. But you know, if I was sick, I would let cousin Antoine check up on me. Fuck it. That's about the only person though. Other than that, nobody. You know? I don't need no fucking rainbow checking in on me, man.
Continued success. You are one of the front runners out there.
I appreciate that.
Front runners.
I appreciate that. You paved.
I'm not gonna be in cahoots enough with the rainbow community to know who the fuck is the front runner. Even though I heard this nigga right here argue with Tasha K. It was some funny shit. I must admit that.
So that's it, man. But good to hear your voice, man. I appreciate you, and continued success. You are one of the front runners out there.
I appreciate that.
Front runners.
I appreciate that. You paved the way, brother. And you know.
Yo, leave my cousin Antoine alone, B. Because you don't understand the story. You don't know the story, King Disagreeable. You don't know the fucking story. Antoine grew up in the house with us, all of the rest of the thugs. How the fuck did this happen? You know? And he know how niggas feel about that shit. So ain't shit I could do about that, but it was so fucked up. Before he was, you know, when he was like 7, 8, you know, I used to teach the nigga how to rap and all that shit. That man went somewhere else with this shit. You know, by the time he turned grown, and it was so serious, he moved away. He know we don't play that shit. But, you know, it's my cousin, man. Screw you. That's my cousin. It is what it is, man. I'm got the pneumonia, and they said, yo, cousin Antoine coming. They said, yo, cousin Antoine came up, him and his boyfriend and shit. I'm in the fucking hospital bed like this. You know what I'm saying in my mind, like, look at this fucking fool, man. But that's my cousin, man.
I'm still gonna check on you in a few days.
I appreciate that, and salute to the people who support you because they know the real as well.
Appreciate that, man. You
right, yo, come on, man. Cousin took his talents to the Peach State, and this been for a while. This been a while, dog. That man got out of here like 21. I don't know how old. I don't know how old Antoine is right now. I'm sure he's in his 30s though. Yeah, son, that man took his talents elsewhere. It was respected. It was respected, man. I must say, it's a fucked up story, but the man grew up in the house with me, man. Man went all the way left. And he went left and left. Okay? It was what it was, man. I mean, his father is my uncle Big Glenn. Big Glenn is one of the thuggest niggas that was ever out, man. Always had like Rottweilers and shit like that. And you know, him and you know, my aunt, they was married, and you know, Antoine had an older brother, which I mean, it's just wild. Wild behavior. Hell no. That's not the last thing I want to see before I check out two niggas. And then you know I hate all this rainbow shit, but it's true to my life, so I can talk about it. And Antoine talk about, yo, I'm gonna check up on you, cousin, tomorrow. Nah, my nigga, I'm happy to see you. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. Yo, thank you for coming by, man. Yo, beat it, man. You ain't gotta check up on me, man. I'm good, B. Let me go in peace, man. Please. Y'all niggas ain't shit, man. Killing my cousin, B.
Rest up, all right?
All right, take care, son.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care, bye.
Y'all niggas ain't shit.
I'm down here at the bar. And when I do return, it will be a hologram.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Last time I told y'all before, the last time I seen cousin Antoine, he came to my other cousin's mother's funeral. This was years ago as well. And the motherfucker come up here with his fucking lover, some Ruben studded looking nigga with a scarf on. I'm like, fuck. I was like, fucking Antoine, man. This nigga, man. I ain't seen that nigga since, B. For real.
Please go with the bullshit, Storm. I appreciate you so much, man.
I appreciate you too.
So folks online saying, they didn't say I died in the shootout.
No, brother, they said, bro, they said you died of pneumonia. I'm seeing people say RIP, and I'm just like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Well, let's say salute to the troll babies first and foremost. That's my team. So if anybody started the bullshit, it's my own team.
No, brother, they said, bro, they said you died of pneumonia. I'm seeing people say RIP.
They said that nigga died of the monster. That's what the fuck they said.
I appreciate you too.
So folks online saying, they didn't say I died in the shootout.
No, brother,
Nigga, you ain't died no shootout. You got your gun. Yeah, you got your gun. But you also Rainbow. Fuck you mean? You ain't died in the shootout. Nah, they said you got the monster from ATL.
Please go with the bullshit, Storm. I appreciate you so much, man.
I appreciate you too.
So folks online saying, they didn't say I died in the shootout.
No, brother, they said, bro, they said you died of pneumonia. I'm seeing people say RIP, and I'm just like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Well, let's say salute to the troll babies first and foremost. That's my team. So if anybody started the bullshit, it's my own team.
There you have it, man. Star got alleged pneumonia and he calls a Rainbow nigga to get the word out. I don't know, man. You niggas let me know. See, because he's supposed to be, like he said, I ain't get popped in the shootout. Like, so the idea is that he's I would say a heterosexual man. But I don't know.
Let it all go. My hair not done. My nails gotta get redone. I don't know where to go. I want to go out and get cute, but I just don't feel cute. Sometimes I just wish I could just wake up and just be the bad bee. Like, why is it so much maintenance? My hair not done. My nails gotta get redone. I don't know where to go. I want to go out and get cute, but I just don't feel cute.
Match the time
Let's analyze this bitch chin.
to match the days of the week and the moments of the day. I absolutely hate it. Being a wife, being a sister, being a daughter, being a student, being a worker, being a this, being a that, being a dog, being everything all at once, and then being expected to just deal with it. I'm sick of it. All the people who shout girl power, women rock. Yeah, of course we do. Because we literally have to stop everything so many different times just to be able to cope. Like, look at this. I wish I was in the ocean, drowned in it. Because genuinely, I just want to break. I just want to wear one hat. Just the one that I'm wearing. I just want to wear one hat and just take it off and go to take a nap. That's all I want. I don't want to wear 50 different hats to appease everybody else. I just want to be myself with no obligations, with no one expecting anything from me, with no...
I mean, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to talk about the Star Report. Like, I believe that, like it's you get some niggas like that. It's a lot of our black brothers like that. Hold on. Let me see if this shit works. It's a lot of black brothers like that, dog. They're just fucking weirdos. You understand? Just weirdos. I don't know anymore, man. If you somebody like Star, you're a single man, and I know you want to be private and everything, but shit. Even Derek Jackson got some bitches that's after him. So when you get something where no bitches are after him, what does that tell you? That tells you either the nigga ain't putting it down like that. You understand? Or he don't really give a fuck about bitches. Well, the combination of the two. And like I say, it's what happened to our brothers. We ain't got time to be trying to pick and find a good bitch. I'll just use you up and continue to make my money. I get it. But when you talk about Star Report, that man, he's buddy with rainbow niggas. Who the fuck you know does that? Oh, he's networking. Oh, okay. All right. I liked Star before he started striking channels for nothing. That's like being... That's what I'm saying. All that police, all that gun toting, all that being buddy with rainbows, and all the other stuff where, you know niggas like this. They try to go against the grain. A lot of black people are upset. A lot of black people say, hey, yo, we not a monolith, son. We're not a monolith, son. A lot of black people stand by that shit. You know what I mean? So what do? They color their fucking hair green. They shave the side. And a lot of brothers go on some weirdo paths as well. And that's fine. I'm just saying, we see it. You might as well be this bitch.
Job with no job to do someone else's job or mother anybody. I just want to be a one-hatted woman. All this girl power nonsense is exactly what it is. It's nonsense. What?
Yo, my nigga Stars in the hospital. That nigga said, he said, I got the right doctors. You know what I mean? You know how it is when I show y'all about these bitches. I got the right doctors. Okay. I'm going to be all right. You know what I mean? These niggas, they promote bitches and all this stupid shit. Star come off like he has rainbow friends. Brian Turner, I just fucking played the video. He called the rainbow nigga that we showed with Tasha K had a beef. And he was letting them know, like, yo, let everybody know I'm alive. So he getting his word out through a rainbow nigga. There's no heterosexual nigga, like DJ Vlad, whoever, I don't know, whoever's heterosexual that could say, yo, Star's good. He got the flu. He go to a rainbow nigga. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, I don't know none of you. I don't think any of you niggas would do some shit like that. I mean, unless you was working for like ESPN or some shit like that, and the boss was rainbow. We talking about millions. He hired you. You don't. You're not just. I mean, I hate to rationalize rainbow activity at all.
America. And so I think where we have to really begin today is, this question. I was flagged earlier that Stephen A. Smith put our podcast on his, talking about where we discussed his critique of Jasmine Crockett.
So this is the bitch. So this is the clapback. This is the clapback at Stephen A. This is the reclap. They said he had a little D pause. He clapped back, so to speak. So the link didn't work. Sorry, guys. That's how Rumble is. Disagreeable. He the type of dude in the sheets, always in the mix, but he's a damn informant, works for them people. And like I say, I ain't even knocking that. I think he's a weirdo. I think a lot of black niggas like to go left. That's what I think. Because they say we're not a monolith. And they're going to make sure that.
Jasmine Crockett. And on this...
They want to make sure, your code ain't nothing like my code. My code is other. I wear green hair, I shave the side of my head.
This special episode of his podcast, he says, I want people to say I disagree with you, and here's why. He resents the fact that people challenged his critique of Jasmine as disrespectful. It sounded like he resented the fact that people thought his challenge sounded in some way misogynistic.
I know, guys. It's piercing to the ears. I know. the bitches piercing to the ears. I know. It's the same link, Pep. I know it's piercing to the ears.
And so where that leaves us is trying to understand why there may be a road where we are missing each other, where the positions are not quite aligned. And
ma'am, you ain't married. I mean, I know it's piercing to the ears, guys. Let's try this, because I didn't watch it. She did this other bullshit. Look what she did at the beginning of the video. Look at this shit. These bitches ain't shit, my nigga. I'm sorry, y'all niggas. Whatever, man.
In a very serious and treacherous time, I want to open today's show with a very important historical clip because I think it provides context for where we are. Let's roll it.
Now, she's going to play this clip based on Stephen A. Smith. And this is where we at, guys. Us regular and real thorough men, we're like under the fucking carpet. And they're battling with clowns like Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith makes these bitches do shit like this.
In a very serious and treacherous time, I want to open today's show with a very important historical clip.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. That if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men.
And that is just it. What is required of men in this hour to stand up for the most disrespected person in America?
There you go, guys.
The most disrespected person in America is the black man.
This
the
is
fuck
where
they
we at.
talking about?
This is where we at.
Tired of these bitches talking.
I know it's piercing to the ear, man. I know.
How's she gonna play Malcolm? They don't
Right.
even listen to they men no more.
Right.
They was starting to they was starting to not listen to they men in Malcolm's era.
Right. Malcolm rolling in his grave with the way you bitches are the way he wanted y'all to be.
Did you know that nearly half of US TV streaming time is on Roku? With Roku's new self-service ad tool, it's easy to set up.
And so I think where we have to really begin today is, this question. I was flagged earlier that Stephen A. Smith put our podcast on his, because we're watching this man terrorize the country. And she is one of the lone soldiers who continues to speak up and say what is wrong, to call a thing a thing. This is not some random hood rat chick, as someone have you to believe.
Whoa! So you disrespect the other sisters. Wow.
If she ain't a random hood rat, why she act like one?
Wow.
Why she talk like one?
Wow.
Why she wear lashes like one? Why she wear fucking wigs like one? If she ain't a hood rat, she trying to portray like she one to sell to they fucking weak ass minds.
Because I want to know if this woman believes she's a hood rat or not. Because I want to know what is a hood rat in her estimation. Because all they do is talk down on every fucking body. It don't matter the color or the gender. All they do is talk down on people. Who the fuck are you to call somebody a hood rat? Unbelievable, B. That shit is crazy how these people are, trying to use classification on their own as a hood rat.
I know it's crazy how they don't need no man. They don't need shit until they start to lose everything. Then it's nobody's protecting us. Bitch, you told us you don't need nobody.
Oh, yeah. They don't want to talk about that part. They talk about why you ain't protecting us knowing that we don't need you. I mean, these people are sick, bro. All jokes aside.
Their platforms using language that is not only dangerous, but involves racist tropes. This is someone who has a law degree. She's a former civil rights attorney. This is someone who was a state representative. This is someone who, when Texas looked for folks to hold the line last time, folks needed to leave the state to ensure that the Texas Republicans did not pass legislation that was antithetical to our interests. She is that person. She is that person. She is the one who is introducing legislation to ensure that our needs are protected. She has introduced several bills in Congress. One that I regularly tout, that I'm so proud of her for doing, is called the Clear ID Act. The Clear ID Act would hold to account the law enforcement that are going into our communities right now, terrorizing our citizens, and they're doing it masked. There was a time where this country honored legislation that was passed to force the Ku Klux Klan to identify themselves. Now, right in time for this terroristic activity, under the guise of state-sanctioned violence, really, they're now able to be masked again. So that is what we're up against. So again, Jasmine Crockett is a sitting.
Ma'am, you ain't up against shit. Let's be clear. You ain't up against shit. So this is that shit right here. This is what you get when the when I always say gladiators in the mist, gladiators gone wild. This is it right here. Who is their biggest fight against? The black man. Shit ain't about Trump. Shit ain't even about Stephen A. Smith. It's about the black man.
Member of Congress. She is one that does not just speak about her work, but she is regularly booked because she cuts through, because she speaks for.
Ma'am, what black man can you speak of like that? What fucking black man alive can you speak of like this? You stingy, lopsided, prejudiced bitch.
She regularly booked because she's propped up by a failing party who's lost the majority of its constituents because of their crazy ideological practices and their refusal to acknowledge the real men that once patroned the party.
People who have been marginalized and left out, because she is a fighter for those who don't have any fight left in them. She is someone who not only speaks on air when invited, she also goes to committee hearings and to markups, and she provides amendments to bills. She introduces those amendments. She argues them in committee markups. Committee markups is where legislation goes to be negotiated and amended before it goes to the House floor. She does that work. We watch her do that work. That work also goes viral. She does it in committee hearings where she's challenging the nonsense that is spewed to her across from a witness table where people have been sworn under oath. Jasmine holds them accountable too. So I resent the fact that she's being talked about as someone who's just showing up for a show. This is someone who is working very hard to get the needs of the.
This is what happened to us, guys. This is the gangster. But they stole this from the white woman of writing a strongly worded letter and shit like that. You understand? This is the gangster that they turn to. Like we was talking about earlier, Pimp, our black sisters used to whip a bitch ass. This is some other shit. This is the new gangster. Go ahead. I gotta get my tea.
This is not the new gangster. This is the new wankster. These bitches are lost. You know, they trying to fight themselves out of a wet paper bag and they got no power. They stuck. And every other day you hear a new bitch just running her mouth.
Wow.
And men are tired of it, bruh. Like,
Wow.
we don't want to hear this shit no more. You know?
That's fucked up to say, dude.
I mean, the crazy part is Stephen A. didn't disrespect her one time, bruh. He just said, you're focused on making
the wrong things,
problems instead of making deals with a dude who loves to make deals.
Right.
He didn't disrespect her or call her out of her name one time yet. The fact that he had the audacity just to challenge her methods, they start name calling, bro. You know, it's sign language.
That's what happened to Ice Cube. That's what happened to Ice Cube.
The same thing happened to Ice Cube. The same thing. See, and that's just because, bro, like, how many times you gonna spend your money with somebody who keep getting you? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
and all Ice Cube was trying to do was get a plan for the black people.
Hey, but that's why you can't help everybody.
And people wanted to
right and say, okay, I'll be in the front.
But you know, that wasn't the case. And I understand it wasn't like I was throwing a fit. I just was like, okay, we're going at the private sector. And then the Republicans contacted me And to me, if you're speaking for black people, you should speak to whoever is in power or about to be in power.
And I think you had a statistic. You said something.
You hear that? That's the same thing Stephen A. said. Listen.
People, you should speak to a case. And I understand. It wasn't like I was throwing a fit. I just was like, okay, we're going at the private sector. And then the Republicans contacted me. And to me, if you're speaking for black people, you should speak to whoever is in power or about to be in power.
You can't do what you doing, Jasmine Crockett. You speak to who's in power or who's about to be in power.
And I think you had a statistic.
And this was when Trump was winning.
You said something about there has been 7,000 black people elected, and you felt like in offices for us, and you felt like they ain't made a change. We've not come far at all with 7,000 of us in there. What are we going to do? Who is going to take this and say, okay, I'll be in the front line of this, and then get in the front line and have everybody come on board with you? Because let's be honest, you are Ice Cube and you do have a huge platform. So I would say that for me to know that you've been using your platform to be able to have an initiative like that, I think it's worth you doing the interviews that you're doing and letting everybody know and hear your voice on.
I want to jump in and say,
now she was supporting Ice Cube. You understand? She was like, yo, I think you're doing the right thing, brother. But the other bitches ain't feel that way. Let's go.
I just don't think it's that fair to the 7,000 black elected officials that have been in office.
Right, to say that they've done nothing.
Yeah, because I think that is, I think that's a slippery slope to walk down, because as we saw with Barack,
a lot of progress has been made.
It's not as simple as you get elected and bam, you can make all these changes one man.
Right.
I never said that 7,000 people, black people, have never did anything. I said that since the 60s, there's been over 7,000 black politicians elected in prominent positions. And our situation, you know, as far as the wealth gap hasn't changed. We flatlined from the 60s to now. We have not gained or closed the wealth gap. So that's the major problem. I understand we got a lot of people, you know, working hard for progress. That just the facts are, it hasn't happened in the traditional way. So that's why I want to break the mold.
So I just want to say, first of all, you know, there's this whole cancel culture that we have. First of all, ain't nobody canceling no damn Ice Cube. Let me just say that first, not the gate. This is NWA.
Thank you.
He was the first to say fuck the police. So go sit down.
That's what something that had pissed me off before, homie. How do these bitches determine who's canceling Ice Cube? Yo, this is crazy.
Because they the ones who get on the phone and start calling people jobs. But they can't call Ice Cube's job over Ice Cube. That's why it ain't no canceling Ice Cube. That's why you gotta, when you're a black man, you gotta own yourself, and that way you can talk shit about whoever, because then they can't do shit about it.
Unbelievable.
Nobody's canceling Ice Cube, and if you are canceling, that's fucking stupid. Second of all, I do think that it is very good that you are taking an initiative to, and I like how you say bipartisan, because that means both parties. This is for both parties. We want both parties to jump onto this. This is not just, oh, this person, that person. We want everybody to grab a hold on to what African-American people need singularly. And I remember we talked about this on Cocktails. Remember, Lisa Ray, when you asked, do know that Islam has presented to the clinicians. What do you think? You said, nothing's happening, or something is happening, whatever, you know, it's there. Now, let's say they give us all the $500 billion that we asked for. Do you honestly think, and I'm not even trying to be funny or trying to catch nobody up, and I'm just asking like a real question. With the state of how our community is already broken, how we already have PTSD, how we already are not connecting already interculturally, the infrastructure of African Americans in general is just jammed up with or without money. Do you think, and what could be the process of, once we get this money, of implementing it properly into our communities and really being able to allocate it where it makes sense and matters, and what's going to be necessary for that to happen?
Well, you know, what I said on the show about the Million Man March was the fact that it was the Million Man March, but it was a day of atonement. It was a day where we were gonna bury the hatchet with each other. It was the day when we were supposed to go back to our neighborhood kind of as new people and try to, you know, make things better.
Right.
And, you know, it just didn't happen the way, you know, we all envisioned it. But that don't mean we can't start. You know, we do need financial help in our communities, but we also gotta make a commitment to ourselves to clean up ourselves. You know, it do start with the person in the mirror. You know, you can't deal with things who are trying to think the government
hasn't done it for the past
and paint walls and do things to beautify the neighborhood. You know, it's like they got to rethink how government works for the people, and they're not going to do it using the same old ways. You're going to have to push them. You're going to have to find pressure points, and you're going to have to use leverage when it's time. You know,
I just got to
everybody
make a
said,
quick statement though, Q.
go ahead.
If the administration that is in there right now hasn't done it for the past 3.5 years, what do you think is going to make them start in the next 4 years that they are giving more and giving more during a pandemic? I know you got to take a break. Hold that thought, but I just got to ask that and make that statement because you can't make them tell them all of that. And
I'm not here saying he's going to do anything, but he didn't make a promise to me. He made a campaign promise to the world. So he's on record for that. Now, we wanted Joe Biden on record. He has a plan, but I don't know if his plan really pinpoints black people. So we want a plan that pinpoints black people. We don't know if any of them are going to do it. But when you have a person on record as a campaign promise, you have more to go at him with because he's told the world this is what he's going to do. And if he doesn't deliver, he looks bad to everybody. Now, why hasn't dude done it in 3 years? I don't know. Nobody's been pressing him. Everybody's been like, he's the boogeyman, run. And nobody's been pressing him on behalf of black people because we've been just waiting for Democrats to get back in.
I do not agree with you on that statement. There has been a lot of people that have asked him, what about the wall? What about the kids in cages? I mean, there's a lot of things that trust me. I'm not going to give him no plus signs whatsoever.
But check this out. I'm talking about pressing him to give things to black people. These are country issues. I'm talking about black people pressing him to give things to black people. Everybody treated him like the boogeyman. Nobody would go and press him to give things to black people. The stuff that he's doing to the rest of the country, I understand that, but we raggedy. We got to get our.
There we go.
Bro, she sound like my sister. She sound like I was just arguing with my sister over the same shit just a few minutes ago. Cause she trying to blame everybody else but us, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, they always want somebody to come fix it, but they don't want us to fix it. Like, no, we gotta fix our own problems, bro. Quit asking for handouts and lift your fucking self up.
We have to press any president that ends up winning. We have to press, or it's not going to work. We can't just press one side.
He says when we do press him that the other people are fine people. I mean, is that right? I mean, and he won't denounce the people that hurt us and suppress us. And then the policeman had his neck on somebody's neck for 9 minutes. He never support them.
I'm not here to fight about what he did, what he didn't do. Is he a good white man? Is he a bad white man? To me, they pretty much all the same. So now,
I don't agree with that.
With that said,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with.
There we go, guys. You can't even talk to these bitches. Not even if you're accomplished and successful. Hold on.
I don't agree. I used to be.
Well, look. I know we've had all kind of presidents, and our situation hasn't changed. So that's why I said they're pretty much all the same when it comes to a president and dealing with our situation.
So I gotta ask this question. Because you're on the show with the Cocktails with the Queens, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not. We're not mentioning.
Here we go. This is the part I wanted y'all to hear. Check it out. A black successful man that has even worked with these women. They know he has no problem with these women. He's trying to talk to Donald Trump when no black people would talk to Donald Trump on black folks' behalf. He wants to make a deal, but they don't want to talk to him like he's the boogeyman. He comes up with a draft report of trying to get, some sort of, contract that Trump and them could read that they could possibly go over. This is what the black women had to say about it.
And Donald Trump, it was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not. We're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America.
You are mentioned. I mean, when you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So,
are we clear, guys? She said, "I don't see anything for black women." Ice Cube said, "Ma'am, you are in the contract. When we say black people as black men, we mean everybody."
But they don't mean everybody when they say black people. They mean black women, and then the men ain't even included.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why we need to quit even listening to all of these fucking different shows where these bitches is trying to talk politics, because it's never including us. We always being subjugated by them. They want to have their foot on our neck. And niggas need to quit fucking pandering to these hoes.
I mean, the man told the bitch, "You are in it."
Defend Donald Trump. It was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not. We're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when
specifically.
you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So
Oh,
don't count yourself
No,
out. Yes,
that's
you
not
are.
true.
They said no. Yeah. They said no, pimp. How do you talk to people like this?
You don't. You fucking remove yourself from their presence and let them flounder when the fucking walls come falling in like they are right now. You let them, all they gonna do is sit here and cry until they have to capitulate to real power.
I mean, when
Specifically.
you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So don't
oh,
count yourself out.
No,
Yes,
that's
you are.
not
that's
true.
like administration say that when they
Black
mention
people is not
minorities,
black
they
women.
make
That's
the
not
Black women are
true.
not included in black people.
No,
Come on, ladies.
How is that not a resounding yes? How do we get all this confusion and sound clutter? How is that
Because they
possible?
selfish, bro.
How's
They
that
selfish.
possible?
We dealing with the most selfish being that's been created on this planet, bro. They think about nothing but they self.
Unreal.
So it's not
minorities,
black
they
women.
make the black.
Black women are not included in black people.
No,
Come on,
it's
ladies.
but that's like, you know, that's like you saying,
specific.
that's like when the president says minorities, then he's including black people. But we all know that that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met. And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our plight as well. And
Yeah, what? Well, they forgot to include the fake nails and the hair. They want free fucking bundles.
Yo, the man's writing up a draft for Donald Trump for black people, and that bitch is like, nah. Don't if we ain't gonna put what we got in there, we don't give a fuck what black people is getting. Fuck it.
we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our plight as well. And
I understand that.
I feel like as a black man, you can leave.
No.
I feel like
Well,
you can,
I just offered y'all to write a section up for it.
I just offered y'all to write a section if you didn't like what we had for everybody. I mean, what can I do to please you?
I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. If you guys help us write a section. No, I've been open to all kind of experts in putting this together. It wasn't just me. We dealt with experts in all fields of this contract with Black America. So we're willing to deal with experts in the section when it comes to women. So that's no problem.
Okay,
I'll help you write it. I'll help you write it.
Say you do get the money. How soon do you think your plan is going to go into effect?
Wow.
Bro, it ain't about having a conversation. It's about tearing his idea apart.
Well, that's and they
not
did.
trying to make themselves look smarter.
And they did.
But they didn't. They did to other women, but they didn't to us. See, and that's why you have this separation between men and women.
Damn.
I'm not getting 1 quarter. Okay, this is
No.
something
I said
this is something he's promising to the country, and he's gonna have to implement it in a way he feel that can fit.
Okay, but
like
can
Joe
I just
Biden's
ask
plan.
though? What would you see this plan doing for the first year for us if he's reelected?
I'm not part of the administration.
Well,
I'm not here. I'm here for Black people. I'm here to talk to both administrations about the contract with Black America. The Platinum Plan is not mine. Didn't name it. Didn't put it together. All I did was meet about the contract with Black America. They added some things, and I'm willing to meet with both sides. They can add some things or not. It's fine.
And then they ran off immediately and did statements that you're basically a Republican now.
we're going to need a team of our people.
That's on them. That ain't on me.
Okay.
That's on them. That's not on me.
Look how they just slandering.
We cannot talk at the same time. I gotta ask.
They just slandering him out of nowhere, bro. Like,
it's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It's
and
pander and slander.
That's happening to Stephen A. Smith. This is the same thing.
Yeah, but the big difference is Stephen A. got a bigger microphone and way more men listening to him.
And he ain't no Ice Cube.
So it don't matter. Nah, he ain't Ice Cube, but he's Stephen A. He got the square. He got the square man listening to him, bro.
Right. But he got the same problem with monkeys.
Yeah, but that's okay. We've always had that problem.
I'm not sure what any of these guys are going to do. All I know is we got to push our agenda, no matter who's in there. And in a perfect world, the Biden campaign would have brought me in, and we would have really talked about the plan, and they would have did great things to their plans to specifically target Black people, but they chose not to, and that's fine. But the thing is, I'm not a supporter of neither one of them.
No, I'm saying
So
it's not too
that's
late.
what's the problem. I'm an independent person.
You'll have a conversation with the administration if Biden wins and Kamala wins. It's not too late. So I don't think it's fair to dismiss what they are. They're not in power yet. So they really can't say. They really can't say and promise things because they're not yet in power. We're not even in power in Congress.
You can't make campaign promises.
But why
That's what the plan.
Your phone.
Why ain't they had a talk about? Oh, okay.
It's better now.
Why ain't they have a talk about what they didn't do when they was in power now? Like for the past 4 years, they didn't do shit.
Become the voices that we seek to for comfort because they're saying something in spaces where we've not.
So, Jackie Hill Perry.
Let's roll it.
The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is the Black woman. That if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men.
And that is just it. What is required of men in this hour to stand up for the most disrespected person in America? And so I think where we have to really begin today is...
This is what we're dealing with, God. They could give a fuck less about any of a Black man. You think this bitch give a fuck about Malcolm? Hell no.
Criminal immunity. A president doesn't just have civil immunity now. They have criminal immunity thanks to the Supreme Court's lack of knowledge around the Constitution and what actually should be protected. It shouldn't be criminal behavior. You take an oath, sir. But fine, they give him criminal immunity. And now that means that every case that he was facing before the Supreme Court ruled, they just said, oh, you know what? Maybe we just got to let it go because these activities happened either when he was president or before. So we're going to release all of it. This man who's currently sitting in the White House, allegedly and with great regularity, violating the emoluments clause, taking gifts from foreign countries and foreign adversaries. But this person is the same one who wants to come at yet another Black woman for having the nerve to want to buy multiple properties. Black woman buys house, Black woman commits fraud.
No, that's not how that went. That is not how that went. Black woman tried to arrest him and try to throw him in jail and try to take money from him. You can't just leave that part out. Hold on.
This person is the same one who wants to come at yet another Black woman for having the nerve to want to buy multiple properties. Black woman buys house, Black woman commits fraud. We've seen that playbook before. We saw it with Marilyn Mosby. This is the same thing they did. Mind you, Marilyn Mosby's mortgage fraud allegation and charge and her case around the mortgage fraud charge was thrown out on appeal. And here we are again with a paper thin indictment of Tish James for buying a home where her niece in Norfolk, Virginia could stay.
Oh, did y'all hear about Letitia James' niece? Did y'all hear about Letitia James' niece? Man, her pussy stink off the rip. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. That pussy is rotten. You want to see some rotten pussy?
A small 3-bedroom home in Norfolk, Virginia continues to cause trouble for New York State Attorney General Letitia James. Last week, James was indicted by a federal grand jury in Virginia on charges of bank fraud and making false claims to a financial institution.
Hold on. Let's get to Letitia's niece. I mean, they did that bitch dirty. This new investigative shit is sick, B. They got the bitch niece coming out the crib. The press was at the house. It was crazy.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Gladiators in the mist, guys. Gladiators. Watch these gladiators roar. This is what you call gangster.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch.
In DC, and I will not stop. I won't give up, and I won't give in.
In the latest case of you.
Yeah, this the bitch niece right here. Now, who's willing to say that her pussy smells like roses and, well, strawberries? Who's willing to bet their life that her pussy smells like strawberries? Who's willing to bet their life? Put a 1 in the chat if you willing to bet your life that this woman with the black robe on pussy smells like strawberries. Put a 1 in the chat if you willing to bet your life, pimp. You know what it is.
Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body. Where you get your little body? You and me having sex.
Yes, yes.
Somebody's girl is at this party, shaking that ass to this. Cause you gave me all your pussy.
Girlfriend, if you swallowing, goggling.
I want to talk to you.
Niggas is hitting this or what? Niggas is hitting Letitia or niggas hitting the niece?
I won't give up, and I won't give in.
In the latest case of.
What you gonna hit? Letitia got the house. My God. If you got to pick through these two, between these two pussies, what would you pick? Damn.
I won't give up, and I won't give in.
Man, that's crazy. How much? How much? Damn.
In the latest case of you cannot make this up, Letitia James is housing a fugitive from justice, her grandniece in her Virginia home. I can't believe it. Let's get into this story. Shout out to New York Post for this story. It's just outrageous, completely outrageous. Let's get into it. Indicted New York Attorney General Letitia James has housed her fugitive relative in her Virginia home for 5 years, according to reports. The under fire prosecutor's grandniece, Nakia Thompson, has been living with her 3 children in James' 3-bedroom property in Norfolk since 2020. It has now been revealed that Thompson is officially listed as an absconder who is wanted by authorities in Forsyth County, North Carolina, for failing to finish her probation. Court documents have been.
Did you know there's an easier way to find and
There you go. That's Letitia James. That's Letitia, baby. Let's go.
Deal. This is terrible news for so many reasons. We'll be talking about her defense, or Letitia James' defense. I can't believe it. You can't believe it. How's this possible? I guess this is the niece in question, Nakia Thompson, and she's been listed as an absconder. I guess Letitia James may need to drop a call and let her know, hey, surrender yourself. You're messing up my.
Fox cooked that bitch last night. But we'll go back to that. This shit is wild.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
That's what I say. Who is a hood rat and who is not a hood rat? This is what I was trying to tell the light-skinned bitch.
The hood rats was all raised by their single mama. So it don't matter if they was in the hood or not. They all got that same damn mentality.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
I can't do this shit.
Professional women don't know how to be girls. That's just the net of it. Professional women today are losing with high value men because you're like men.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us. It burns.
Let's cleanse the environment of ratchet.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Y'all niggas are crazy. Y'all some sick niggas.
Everything else in your advanced degrees in your career and
I think you getting turned on by this bitch.
Your relationship muscles, the skills are rusty as French toast.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
I think she turning you on, nigga.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us. You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
All these German
I
shepherds.
think you love that shit right there.
Donald Trump has been pressing and pressuring this Eastern District of Virginia office to indict and prosecute Letitia James over this home, which is located in Norfolk, Virginia. Letitia James made clear that this was not her residence, not her primary residence, and literally wrote in an email to her bank and her broker, "This is not my primary residence."
Okay, Lisa, the fraud at issue, that she said it was her primary residence.
Yo, real talk, single fathers going off.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Tell me, do you know the difference between a black man and a nigger?
The nigger's the one that would even answer that question.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Man, yes, sir.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Yeah, I can't do this.
Not your hand. Take that pass.
You want to rub her feet,
Let's
nigga.
go too far with the comedy, man.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. If they are who we thought they were.
Nah, bro, I've been going in and out. So every time I come back, all I hear is that clip, bro.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
You're just a flightless bird.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her.
The battle
You come
gladiator.
for me, you gotta come to all of us. I will keep fighting the aggressive policies of Washington, D.C., and I will not stop.
She sound like they about to form Voltron up in this bitch.
I can't hear you.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
I'm sorry, guys. I burnt out real quick. That was my fault, man. That was my fault. I burnt out. That shit was funny as hell.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Her primary residence or checked a box on a piece of documentation, but then also was pretty explicit in other documentation and in an email, as Carol just mentioned, that it was not her primary residence.
But when you look at one property by itself, it makes it easier for them to say it's a one-off, it's a mistake, okay? But when you look at the pattern of behavior spanning to 1983, you say every single mortgage that she signed contained false information.
There you go. There you go. You know how it is when you ratting You come for me, you gotta come for all of us, ma'am. You in this shit by yourself. You in this fight by yourself, bitch.
Saying that the Virginia property was a secondary residence when prosecutors claimed that it wasn't. So if her grandniece and kids really lived there rent-free since 2020, and Letitia James wasn't actually living there, that gives prosecutors ammo to say, well, she never intended to live there. She lied to get better loan terms. It makes the paper trail, that mortgage writer, look intentional, not accidental. The reason why this matters is because fraud cases often hinge on intent. Proving she knew that she wasn't going to use this as a second home strengthens the Fed's hand. Letitia James is in trouble.
We see powerful voices trying to silence truth and punish dissent, and yes, weaponize justice for political gain. You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job, and I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. Know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job, and I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend.
Professional women don't know how to be girls. That's just the net of it. Professional women today are losing with high-value men because you're like men.
For political gain. You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job, and I will not bow.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
And yes, weaponize justice for political gain. You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job, and I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in.
All these German shepherds.
I'm just saying, at your age, all women, man, 27 time to sell, over 30, 50% off, 35 clearance, 40 outlet, 50 Goodwill. You don't have the primary relationship, a man.
Considered a fugitive does not help the situation at all. Why is she not paying for any of the bills? Letitia James, that's a grown woman with multiple children. Whatever. That's another problem that Letitia's gonna have to deal with. But it doesn't help the fact that this is New York, my attorney general, actively concealing someone from law enforcement. Even though Ms. Thompson is a grown woman that should be taking care of her own business, but politically and legally, this looks really terrible. It's a terrible look for the top law enforcement officer. It does feed that narrative, well, a law for thee, not for me. So jurors in high profile cases are humans too. They may see this as reckless or being a hypocrite. If her legal team wants to argue that this was a technical misunderstanding, this was just a minor mistake, the living arrangements involving a fugitive relative doesn't exactly scream honest mistake. If the Fed subpoena communications or documents related to letting her grandniece stay there, it can expand the scope of discovery. Any false statement tied to the residency claim becomes more damaging if it involves family. Or maybe Miss Thompson takes the fall, which I don't know. I mean, the fact that she's not taking care of any of the bills, responsibility and accountability is something that she probably has no idea what that means. The only way this is going to help her case is if Letitia James regularly stayed at that home and the mortgage language allowed family to live there, or she generally did not know about her grandniece's fugitive status. Well, it's possible that she may not know. It's possible. I feel like she does. When you have family that usually are not doing well or they're messing up, you kind of know what they're doing, at least to a certain extent. So if this Post report, New York Post, is accurate and backed up in court, this situation hurts.
Yo, so think about it. Trump got the feds watching Letitia James' house. Now the niece is on all the networks with her fugitive status. Like she is, yo, that shit is fucked up. She's caught in Letitia's web of playing with that white man. So they sat out there and waited for that niece to come out and got a picture of that bitch. She on every publication. all cause of this bitch.
You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
A small 3-bedroom home in Norfolk, Virginia continues to cause trouble for New York State Attorney General.
Become the voices that we seek to for comfort because they're saying something in spaces where we've not been invited to or have not been allowed to speak our truth. 9 times out of 10, Black women sit in spaces in corporate America where their voices cannot speak.
What is that? Our truth shit is either the truth or it's a lie, motherfucker.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, dog. This is the sisters, B. I keep telling you, this is the new gangster.
It's the new wankster.
Gangster shit.
Nah,
This
it's
is not
wankster
selective
shit.
prosecution. You all should know this from watching our podcast. When Marilyn Mosby was targeted through selective and malicious prosecution means I don't know what is. This is textbook. This is someone who he sees as a political adversary, someone who he sees as someone who targeted him, even if the target was rooted in a factual challenge of a clear violation of the law. This is someone who he has made out to be a political enemy. Right? It's not just, we don't just end with Jasmine Crockett. And as JD Vance just went after Joy Reid just a week or so ago, we don't have to just end there or with Fonnie Willis. Let me turn your attention to Lisa Cook. Lisa Cook, the first Black woman to ever serve on the board of governors for the Federal Reserve. Oh, she was targeted because a Black woman has the nerve to buy a house. And child, not just one. She had the nerve to want to have two. She had the nerve to want to have multiple properties. Having done all of this with her career, wanted to have multiple properties. And so they go with a solution in search of a problem to try to target Lisa Cook because Lisa Cook hasn't been a rubber stamp for Donald Trump, right? So they go after Lisa Cook. And right now, the only thing keeping Lisa Cook in her job is the fact that the Supreme Court blocked Donald Trump's attempt to fire her, which he does not have the authority to do. And now they are just temporarily blocking it. And they plan to hear oral arguments in the case involving the unlawful firing of Lisa Cook in January. So she's got a temporary reprieve. We don't know how long the Supreme Court is going to act, right? Come on, y'all know better than that. And then let me take you to Tish James. For those of you who might have missed it, she is the New York State Attorney General. She is the person who ensured that Donald Trump, given the fraud and the fraudulent activity that he engages in through the Trump Organization, actually finally faced the consequence since the Supreme Court decided to give Donald Trump.
I guess my question would be, do you think that Biden should face anything? Do you think Hillary should face anything? You know? I mean, these people are fucked up people.
Federal or criminal immunity. A president doesn't just have civil immunity now. They have criminal immunity thanks to the Supreme Court's lack of knowledge.
There we go, guys. I tell y'all this all the time. This is an important part. This is very important. They will turn on the Supreme Court. They will turn on Almighty God. They will turn on you. They will turn on anybody. So the same people that they rock with, which is the Supreme Court, they will turn on them.
Immunity now. They have criminal immunity thanks to the Supreme Court's lack of knowledge.
Now the Supreme Court, they're stupid. These are the people you're dealing with, but you don't hear me though.
Around the Constitution and what actually should be protected. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is about to hear a case that if the case is won, the Democrats are going to lose 19 seats in Congress, bro.
Right.
Like, because of some redistricting thing that they've been doing since the 60s, where they can draw based on race, and they're saying that shit is racist and it shouldn't exist no more. So this is why you're seeing all of these gladiators come out against the Supreme Court right now, because that case is getting ready to be heard.
Dang. That's fucked up.
And if they lose 19 seats, that means that it wouldn't have been a government shutdown because everything would have got passed. You see what I'm saying? The votes would have passed if the Republican Party had total control. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Right.
Be criminal behavior. You take an oath, sir. But fine. They give him criminal immunity. And now that means that every case that he was facing before the Supreme Court ruled, they just said, oh, you know what? Maybe we just got to let it go. Because these activities happened either when he was president or before, so we're going to release all of it. This man who's currently sitting in the White House, allegedly, and with great regularity, violating the emolument clause, taking gifts from foreign countries and foreign adversaries. But this...
There you go, guys.
I think he got diplomatic immunity.
Whatever the case is, these black bitches are worried about. These black monkeys are worried about everything besides what they need to be worried about.
Yeah, they need to be looking up where they're going to get this next handout at.
person is the same one who wants to come at yet another Black woman for having the nerve to want to buy multiple properties. Black woman buys house, Black woman commits fraud. We've seen that playbook before. We saw it with Marilyn Mosby. This is the same thing they did. Mind you, Marilyn Mosby's mortgage fraud allegation and charge and her case around the mortgage fraud charge was thrown out on appeal. And here we are again with a paper thin indictment of Tish James for buying a home where her niece in Norfolk, Virginia could stay. Now, Tish James's case, again, this is the New York State's Attorney General. You would think that folks who are watching someone weaponize their power to target their political enemies, you would think that there would be agreement, maybe not bipartisan agreement, there has been some, but you would think that at least for elected officials in New York, that there would be agreement, widespread agreement, just on that point. Let's roll this clip with Andrew Cuomo.
Should the president have gone after Tish James?
Well, my point is, and I think this is nearly uniform, both sides, Democrats and Republicans, believe there's too much politics in the justice system.
Yeah, this is what your statement said yesterday, but should the president have gone after the Attorney General? Was he right to do that?
Well, he will say he didn't go after her. The prosecutor will say they were just doing justice, which is what Tish James said about going after President Trump. I'm just pursuing justice. That's why it's political.
But what do you say?
Neither side should be playing politics.
Yeah, your opponent was out there this morning saying that you won't condemn the president in any sort of way because you have the same donors. And in this conversation, it doesn't sound like you think that he was wrong in this situation of going after the Attorney General. What do you say to Mr. Ramdani, who came out this morning and said you won't speak out against the president?
We have the same donors. The president was from New York. I am a lifelong New Yorker, right? There are people who know the president. There are people who know me. There are people who contributed to the president, contributed to me.
If you won't condemn the president here, in this situation, how can a New Yorker believe you'll actually stand up to him?
Well, he was not likely to stand up to him, but here's what we also know. He's not going to stand up for justice. There are folks in the comments saying justice for Tish James. We stand with Tish James. And I think our harsh reality is if you can't stand on facts and stand on the business of the facts and stand on the business of justice, you should not be in any elected office, let alone trying to represent the city where this Black woman, where she comes out of, and she has been one of the chief protectors of democracy and justice by trying this case against Donald Trump.
Right. She haven't been one of the chief people for justice and democracy for Black people. Right. That's all that the Black man has been saying to you monkey bitches. You got too many other affairs and you in position, but you a selfish, stingy bitch. And you worried about everything else instead of your own. Now look where that got Tish James and her little niece.
Yo, and they refuse to say that they weaponized the government against Trump when he wasn't in office in multiple states, all simultaneously, while they were coordinating it through the White House.
I mean, these are bad people, yo. The Gladiator BW is a bad person through and through, B. They won't admit, they tell half-truths. It's all bullshit. But guess who's the one who's never mentioned in any of their shit? The Black man. The person they can care less about.
Hey, but that's why Black men are making their own move right now, bro.
One of the only successful cases against Donald Trump, yielding a $368 million fine for the fraudulent acts taken by the Trump organization, with interest by the time it went to appeal, over $500 million. And the thing that we have to understand in this environment is, given that it's now on appeal, it's not necessarily thrown out, but it's sure tougher to move forward with a verdict and a judgment that is actionable, because people are so afraid of trying Donald Trump and calling him to the carpet. So she got a verdict. She beat Donald Trump. Based on that case alone, Donald Trump and his organization are fraud. But guess who's not? Tish James. Tish James is doing what so many Black people have done. Our communities have often been groomed to take care of one another, to take care of our family members. And that is what Tish James is being accused of. She's being accused of buying a house, buy another house. So the case was so flimsy the first time that Donald Trump's, that the case went forth. He was trying to push forth with in the Eastern District of Virginia. The U.S. attorney there was Eric S. Siebert. And Eric Siebert said, you know what? There's no there. We cannot try this case, friend. We're not going to be able to do it. So what does Donald Trump go do? Just like he's done with many of his cabinet positions, many of his cabinet secretaries who are DEI and that they didn't earn it, not diversity, equity, inclusion. It's a very white cabinet. Y'all can go run tell that and check it. It's very true. I believe the only person who is black in his cabinet is the HUD secretary. So Eric Siebert says, nah, bro, I ain't gonna be able to do it. He replaces Eric Siebert with Lindsay Halligan. Lindsay Halligan has no prosecutorial experience. No prosecutorial experience whatsoever. Instead, Lindsay is an insurance lawyer. And what is, I think, most bizarre about this particular case is that they are hinging an intent to commit fraud based on a form. And what we know about these forms is that...
Ma'am, that is not what the game is. The game is to put this bitch through hell. Same way they did to him.
Is this lady a lawyer?
This bitch, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see.
She was over there with Steve when the bitch was called Stephen A. All them names. She was there.
Yeah, but none of them are lawyers, so she don't know what the fuck she talking about. You can't claim your primary residence in multiple states. That's what she did. She can't have a primary residence in fucking New York and a primary residence in Virginia. Nobody can.
That's
no homeowner can do that.
That's mortgage fraud.
That's mortgage fraud, nigga. So suck it up and deal with what the fuck you thought you was gonna get away with, bitch.
Should have had you a man, bitch, and you could have put it in his name. You selfish bitch.
That people regularly make mistakes on these forms. If in fact there were any mistakes made on the forms, we shall see. They are charging her.
How is the top lawyer in New York making a fucking mistake on the fucking contract?
Right.
It don't make no sense.
Because she ain't make no mistakes against Donald Trump. She ain't make no mistakes to get Donald Trump ass in court.
Oh yeah, she did. She made the biggest mistake, thinking you about to take that white man down in his fucking city.
But she wasn't buttoned up for her own fraudulent ways. You understand?
Never go after a white man with a building named after him in the city that you were in.
Monkey.
Made on the forms, we shall see. They are charging her with lying and bank fraud. They have to prove an intent to deceive, and I think they're going to struggle to do exactly that. So let me just remind you, for the record, we have Donald Trump with 34 felonies where he was convicted. Remember, he was charged with 89. 3 were dropped. I believe it was 88. 88 felonies, 3 were dropped. It was 91. 91 felonies charges to 88 felony charges, 34 counts where he was convicted. Guess how many Tish has? 0. So Donald Trump, 34 felonies, Tish James, 0. I think that's important to understand because, again, I want to draw us back to the fact that it was a black woman who bought a house. Marilyn Mosby was a black woman who bought a house. Lisa Cook is a black woman who bought a house. We can't have multiple properties. We can't pursue the American dream. When we do, it's fraudulent. It's inherently violent and criminal. We are, and I'm saying they did not commit any acts of violence or engage in even any physical, self-defense practices. But I'm saying it because this is an age-old story that black people are inherently violent and criminal. That is what I want to focus us on here. Because if there was ever a time for black men, for black women, for black people,
are
for all of our
inherently
allies,
violent and criminal.
But this is what they do. They're black women on their own, but when it's something, they try to say black people. Shit is wild, man. Shit is wild. These are some fucked up people, yo. I'm serious, man. These are fucked up people.
to stand together, it is now. There are folks right now in Chicago who are being arrested, zip-tied, handcuffed. No questions about their citizenship. We told y'all this was going to happen. We're watching this happen every single day. And we told you all that there would not be a distinction. Brothers, he gonna come for you too. You all that there would not be a distinction. Brothers, he gonna come for you too. You gonna all that there would not be a distinction. Brothers, he gonna come for you too. You gonna be on the wrong side of a distinction. Brothers, he gonna come for you too.
Sis, why can't you come for me? I want you to come for me. Fuck what they doing. Can you come for me? Why are you over there by yourself? Fuck you mean? I want you to come for me, bitch. Can you do that?
You're going to be on the wrong side of the truth at some point. He's already come for some of our folks. He came for Leonard. He called Leonard low IQ. He's called Don low IQ, right? This is someone.
He's already come for our brothers. Who was her brothers? Rainbow, Don, and another Rainbow nigga. These are your sisters.
He going to come for you too. You're going to be on the wrong side of the truth at some point. He's already come for some of our folks. He came for Leonard. He called Leonard low IQ. He's called Don low IQ, right? This is someone who engages in textbook discrimination. There's a thread circulating right now, a political article about young Republicans and all of the racist, white supremacists, and Hitler fangirling language in a text exchange on an app called Telegram. This is what young white Republican males are talking about. So if you're not in it to win it with us, you on the wrong side of history, Playboy. That's just.
There you go, guys. This is your sister talking to you. Now, if somebody talks to you like that, black man, are you more subject to be with that person or against that person? Tell me in the chat.
On an app called Telegram. This is what young white Republican males are talking about. So if you're not in it to win it with us, you on the wrong side of history, Playboy. That's just what it is. You're not in it to win it with us. You on the wrong side of history, Playboy. That's just what it is. You're not in it to win it with us. You on the wrong side of history, Playboy. That's just what it is.
What is the difference between... Oh, my gladiator, pimp. I done got out of control. Dang. Hello?